What's good, y'all? It is wonderful to see you all. It is wonderful.
The Diverse Charter Schools Coalition is a group of schools across the country that are really focused on intentional integration in their school, whatever that looks like.
The big thing for a diverse by design school, a school that is intentionally integrated, is looking at how our schools reflect the communities that we're serving. And how are we honoring those differences?
I'm really excited to be here to present about something that I feel passionate about. The demographics at Valor are very intentional. Yes, we have a diverse population, but like diversity alone is not enough. Putting a group of individuals in a space and not thinking about how to like work through that and place action into like what it means to have a diverse population can be extremely harmful.
The Diverse Charter School Coalition is committed to bringing forth multiple visions that were put forth in the 60s. We saw both Martin Luther King speak about a beloved community. We saw President Lyndon B. Johnson speak about a great society. Two visions that were overlapping in their want to deal with racial injustice and poverty. DCSC, its schools, this coalition, has an incredibly important and powerful role in playing to bringing those visions to bear for the students in their schools and the society we all live in.
When I think about the COVID years, when I think about George Floyd, the polarization in our political sphere, I can't imagine how we could not, at this moment, demand equity and integration. It feels like the most powerful antidote to the really difficult, dangerous times that we live in now.
DCSC is a group of member schools where that school leader can come in and proudly say, this is what I don't know and this is what I need help with, so that they can then become a part of a network that works towards intentional integration.
So for me, it's just how can I support, because students email me when there's an issue, and sometimes I hear, feeling lonely, feeling like nobody can identify what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and so I just want to know how I can facilitate, how I can help students feel less alone, like, hey, maybe we can't connect every single box, but, you do have support, so just how do I help facilitate that?
I hate conferences. I really hate conferences. I go to almost none of them. This is the only one that I come to anymore. This convening is comprised of primarily educators, and this is like the only place that I can really let people know this is really hard.
So the work that we do at DCSC is to support the work of our members, and that is really bringing them together to help them share their best practices through our communities of practice.
So what I have gathered is...
What surprised me most about COP is how consistent some of the problems that we're facing in education occurs, not just in my state, but across the country. And not that I was surprised, but just pleasantly continued to be excited about the fact that there's so many folks who have a similar mindset around advancing equity and making sure that all students have what they need to succeed.
A school provides a service, and kids come here for something. And so we're trying to simplify, what is it that you come here to do? You come here to get information and skills that are gonna make you successful in your life. That's why you come here every day. And so to make sure that you're doing that, they have a role in that. Come up with this idea of like the tripod of education. There are three people that are really highly invested in the student's educational attainment and success. You have the teacher, you have the parent, you have the student. All three of them have to be doing their jobs for a student to be successfully educated. And so the one that has the most responsibility is the student themselves.
Unify Ed is a program within the Diverse Charter Schools Coalition that trains existing leaders and emerging leaders to either imbue the best practices of diverse by design schools into existing schools and integrating best practices for diversity, equity, and inclusion in their schools. Our second part of the Unify Ed program is our fellowship. This is a program that's designed for seasoned leaders who are looking to launch new diverse by design schools, where DEI is a part of the DNA from the jump.
This year, in 2023, the Diverse Charter School Coalition is introducing a new programmatic offering, advocacy. Our intent was to get people excited to be part of this advocacy strategy.
Tilling the soil was really interesting to me, so that's what the part about the national and state level advocacy and DCSC trying to be part of all of those working groups and committees.
When you're doing something so unique and so difficult to run intentionally equitable and inclusive and diverse schools, to add the layer of doing advocacy makes this more complex work.
Are we actually serving students, or are we using black and brown kids as a new source of oil?
I think that DCSC is at a really critical juncture. I think in the past we've been this sort of small, scrappy organization that's thinking about DEI before DEI became sexy. And it's my hope that we're approaching a turning point where we really grow what's worked.
We've tried different things related to race, related to...
We know that research supports this work. When young people are in classrooms with other children who are different from them, all children actually grow in their learning, not only academically, but socially and emotionally as well. And so we need more partners who believe in that too, and who understand that research, regardless of what role you play, whether it's time or treasure or skill set that you're willing to add. This coalition is meant for you too.